I want to talk to you about something that most traders never actually fix. And it's not your strategy. It's not your indicators. It's not your platform. It's the way you think. Because the truth is, most people come into trading trying to learn how to win, instead of learning how to think correctly first. And if your thinking is wrong, it doesn't matter how good your setup is. You will find a way to lose money with it. Let me say something that might hit a little different. The market is not here to reward effort. It's not here to reward intelligence. It's not here to reward how bad you want it. It only rewards alignment with reality. And most traders are fighting reality every single day. You ever notice this? Price is going up, but you're waiting for it to come down so you can get a better entry. Or price is dropping, and you're trying to catch it because it looks cheap. That's not strategy. That's ego trying to outsmart the market. The shift happens when you stop trying to predict, and you start learning how to observe without bias. You stop asking, what do I think is going to happen? And you start asking, what is actually happening right now? Because the market leaves clues, not opinions, not feelings, not guesses, clues. And those clues show up in price behavior, structure, momentum, how price reacts to levels. But here's the problem. Most people don't wait long enough to read the clues. They jump in early. They anticipate. They assume. And then they blame the market when it doesn't do what they expected. Let me be very clear. You do not get paid for being early. You get paid for being right and aligned. And those are not the same thing. There's a difference between seeing a move and being part of a move. And most traders are constantly trying to be first, when the real money is made by those who are willing to wait for confirmation. Confirmation is not weakness. Waiting is not missing out. Patience is not passive. It's positioning. The strongest traders I know, they don't chase price. They don't force trades. They don't need to be in every move. They sit, they watch, they wait. And when everything lines up, they act with confidence. And here's the part nobody likes to hear. You're not losing because the market is hard. You're losing because your mind is not trained yet. You hesitate when you should act. You act when you should wait. You hold when you should exit. You exit when you should hold. That's not a strategy issue. That's a discipline and awareness issue. So how do you fix it? You re-engineer how you think. You stop looking at trading like an opportunity, and you start looking at it like a process. Every trade is not, did I win or lose? It's, did I follow my rules? Because if you follow your rules, the results will follow over time. You detach from outcomes. That doesn't mean you don't care. It means you don't let a single trade define you. You think in sequences, not moments. One trade means nothing. 5 trades mean nothing, but a series of disciplined decisions. That's where consistency is built. You also learn something else. You learn to sit in cash. And I know that sounds simple, but most traders can't do it because being in cash feels like you're missing something. But being in cash is a position. Sometimes the best trade is no trade. You also stop trying to be right all the time because the need to be right is what causes you to hold losers, average down, ignore signals, override your plan. Instead, you focus on managing risk. You cut losses faster. You protect capital. You stay in the game. Because the goal is not to win every trade. The goal is to stay consistent long enough to let your edge play out. And here's the real shift. You stop reacting emotionally, and you start responding logically. You don't panic when price pulls back. You don't get excited when price spikes. You stay neutral. You stay grounded. You stay focused on what matters. And what matters is simple. Is price aligned? Is structure clean? Is momentum supporting the move? Is this entry controlled? If the answer is yes, you act. If it's not, you wait. No forcing, no chasing, no hoping, just execution. This is what separates people. It's not intelligence. It's not luck. It's not access. It's mindset. Because once your mind is trained, you start to see the market differently. You stop seeing chaos, and you start seeing behavior. You stop seeing randomness, and you start seeing patterns. You stop reacting, and you start reading. And when that happens, everything changes. You become patient. You become selective. You become consistent. And that's when trading stops feeling like gambling and starts feeling like control. So if you take anything from this, take this. You don't need a new strategy. You need a new way of thinking. Because when your thinking changes, your actions change. And when your actions change, your results follow. That's the shift. And once you make it, you don't go back.